friends. I haven't done this in a long time. And I'm actually kind of like, oh, I needed this back in my life. Good old Java. Well, kind of been in my head lately. Trying to get out of it, trying to do better, trying to expand. It's hard when you're in a situation and you're kind of feel like you're between a rock and a hard place. And I've been by myself a lot, like, give credit to all the people that really didn't have anybody that's stuck at home during COVID. And, I'm trying to get back and motivated to start making some music and start doing that again and being happy with some stuff. And, I had a little short stint, got that done with. It wasn't that bad at all. It's just more or less me sitting by myself, reflecting, and going to work. And, things are a lot different during COVID. It's crazy and everything going on in the world, and I always just see there's a lot more hate, and it's just like either somebody's in a good mood or a bad mood nowadays. And there's really no middle. And, I've noticed that so much, and I've been kind of dwelling on the past as a bit. It's like, I had a rough summer, life threatened by people I trusted, tired / going through my own shit, going through my own thing, and it's kind of thrown me back. And I've been kind of in a depressed state, and it happens, and I'm a strong person. I can get over it. I can overcome the obstacles life has given me. That's one thing I'm very strong at. I've been stuck in a rut though, trying to get out of it, trying to do better, and I've been sitting by myself, just waiting for spring, because the really only hobby I got right now is gardening, this shit. And I like doing this, and I want to expand more. Just got a nice new little phone compared to my little shitty phone that I can already tell is giving me better video, and it's going to be able to let me allow it to make longer videos. And, life be like that sometimes, folks. Just, you get kicked down, you got to get right back up. You lose people, you lose friends, you can gain them back. You lose a loved one, it sucks, and it takes time to grieve. I lost so many good people in my life, and I kind of feel like that's why I kind of distance myself from people, just because I've lost so many good people in my life, from to death to, hey man, I've pushed them away, and there's some people I purposely pushed away, and I regret it every day, because it actually would have been great support to get me out of this funky mentality. And I've been done wrong a lot, and there's always rumors about me and whatever. I'm Billy Ray, motherfuckers, and it's just how it is. It's just how it is. There's always gonna be a hater. There's always gonna be somebody doubting. But this coming spring, this summer, I want myself to do better. I want to flourish more and be that kind of person that actually makes everybody feel like somebody instead of shit talking, Let somebody shit talk you. But at the end of the day, you have to be the bigger person and just ignore it and laugh at it. I've been in so many situations, I've just learned to laugh. People don't know what to do when you just laugh at a situation when they're coming at you, I stole that from F his family. But, you just gotta move past it, be better from it, and grow from it. And this is why I love growing, I love gardening, because you see something start as a seed, and the roots grow, then it stems out, then it grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just, you gotta have patience. And it's kind of like the theory of life, you just gotta let it grow and have patience, and you just have to be acceptable to knowing that not everything's perfect. And you know what, sometimes you kill a plant, but my whole thing with my garden is I love bringing back dying plants. It's not necessarily the plant, it's sometimes the grower. Sometimes you can neglect. You neglect a plant, how you neglect your life, how you don't do something for yourself to better it, to encourage it, to keep growing and everything. And straight up, I'm back on the road again, thankfully. I really want to get a second job, and I was looking at a deli I almost bought years ago, but different location, miles apart. And the guy that's doing it, the deli I wanted to buy is turning into a pizza joint. But it's kind of brought me back to, I need to set some goals, set some inspiration, set something for myself. But I looked at this deli and it's like, I know people think alike and can branch off on goals, but like the things I was talking about I wanted to do to this place, miles and miles away, this guy did it. And like, I could have been better, maybe I wouldn't have been as good, but it kind of sparked a little fire on me. It's thinking like, man, why did I let that go? Why did I let these dreams go? And it's crazy sometimes, and that's how life goes sometimes, and you just gotta keep branching out and growing. I'm just sorry, I was looking in the rearview about the people behind me. Paranoia from a past life. I don't want nothing to deal with anymore. Like, man, I've been in so many shoddy situations and so many good times. And it's just like, I used to always try to balance it out. But the realization is, it could have just been good times. But I decided to have some bad times. And it was my personal neglect on my life. Which just, I always think about, it's like, if I wouldn't have this thoughts when I was younger, where would I be today? If I would have been smarter, like I am now. Like, I'm frugal as fuck now. Back in the day, I used to walk in this bar and be like, I got money, I ain't worried about this. Yeah, I had money because I worked 7 days a week and 2 to 3 jobs at a time. Why didn't I save it? Why didn't I buy this deli like I wanted to? It's because I didn't set myself up for the situation, which I actually was set up for the situation, where if I would have been a little bit smarter, instead of when I came home, I was just like, fuck this. I want to party with the homies and chill and do this. But it's just like, phew. If I wouldn't have pissed away the money I had saved when I came home, because I took 3 months off, I could easily have just came home, worked my ass off, got my shit together, and bought the place. And it's just like, and now it's just like, hello, I put myself into another situation. But the situation doesn't necessarily have to define you. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to process right now. Is, I'm getting help for things. I have a lot more on my plate than I did before. I'm not handling stress like I used before, because I don't have crutches like I used to lean on. And, these crutches aren't necessarily good for you, because, at the end of the day, I always think about it. I want to do business, and I can't handle a few phone calls a day, and it just annoys me because I'm busy. But I always got something from different corners, and it's like, I'm busy doing one thing, then I get a phone call, get side distracted, and it's just like, I focus so hard on getting things done sometimes, and it just frustrates me, and that's where I'm coming to realization. I just need to, I don't know if this can help anybody, but I think it might, because I'm not a perfect person. I know the world is not perfect. I see it every day. If you don't notice the things that are going on in the world right now, things aren't perfect. This COVID shot, ain't fucking getting it till it's required. I honestly watched I Am Legends, and it made me feel like, hey, everybody died off. When they found the cure for cancer, and it's like, it could be microchips in it. This shot might get you sick in 6 months. I'd rather see what happens in the long term. And I totally get that people want to see their family, they miss their family, and they're willing to do that for their family. But me being a loner, I really ain't got too much to worry about. I self-quarantine, I keep to myself, and I've been doing this before COVID. I don't even hang out with anybody before. I used to hang out with a few people before, and now I rarely hang out with people. And it's just like, that realization process, and it's just like, yeah, man, yeah, let's go with that. And, aw, puppy. I was supposed to take my dogs for a hike, but I decided to watch my Brazilian soap opera or whatever. It's about a big kingpin that owns businesses that basically is going senile. And I always make about, or no, he has Alzheimer's. And, I make fun of senility sometimes. So people forgetting about it to a few older my friends and just kiss them because, they're 30 years older than me, but they're still my friends. What I've realized? Not having necessarily the group of my age around me is not necessarily the best influence in my life. And you always say you want a mentor, you want somebody to look up to and be like, yo, I'm over 30, and I still have that. It's I still have that 30 more years. I look at people how are they gonna, their retirement age? Are they still working? Are they even close to being able to retire? Are they gonna have a good retirement? And that's the whole thing where I'm just like, I need to look up these fools. I need to like watch their actions and like who has successful marriages, what did they do to have a successful marriage, to have a family, to have all of that. And you know, I still wanna do the family thing one day, dude. I don't wanna be the loner my whole life, you know. I'd love to, like I was saying, like I feel like my family would only show up to a wedding just because they wouldn't believe I'm actually getting married, because that's kind of the personality I've had for a while. And, you know, it probably stems down from being rejected, as I used to be 240 with long hair down my back, and I used to get rejected. Then it turned to a point in my life where I got my, you know, started having some money, and I lost the weight, started looking better, and I was able to reject people that made fun of me, but I worked hard for it. And, you know, it pisses me off when people say I lost it because of drugs. And that was the point in my life where I barely even knew what weed was. And it's just, that's the funny thing. It's called eating healthy and having a physical labor job and actually kind of focusing on it. And yeah, it's crazy how life can turn out. And I kind of need to do something like that with my life right now and kind of like set a goal, implement it, and follow through with it. So I'm happier as a person, so I feel more fulfilled with the life I'm living. Because right now it just seems like everything just seems the same. Every day it's just the same. It's like there's no way you want to live through life. You don't want your days and nights to be the same. Disappointment, good things, bad things. And it's just like, nobody's perfect. And I'm one angry ass motherfucker. And I'm trying to lose that. And I've always had a temper, and I've always had a mouth. And that's one thing I'm working on. That's probably one of the hardest things for my personality to fix. And I used to be really good at brushing shit off. Like when people talk shit or have a problem with me or whatever, you know, talk down to me or whatever. And it's like, I really can't let this go. And I look at the person, it's just like, why is this person affecting me that much? When in layman's terms, they shouldn't bother me at all, but I still let it bother me. And this is why, like, yeah, people aren't nice right now. Like, we're still in COVID. It's getting better. It's getting lighter. Things are reopening. This is why you kind of gotta put forth on an effort to be part of the solution and to be better at whatever you're doing. Like, you know, sorry you can't see your friends. To me, that doesn't affect me because I don't have too many friends left over. Like, I know a lot of people, but the people I hang out with on the day-to-day or even on the weekly, like, my only really friend, good guy, but I only see him maybe once a month. Otherwise, it's just like strictly family, and it's, you know, strictly by myself, strictly with the puppies. Like, it's kind of lonely because you need a personal interaction with that. You know, I totally get it. The social distancing thing sucks. And I live in the great state of Wisconsin, so it's even harder for a bar state, for people that are used to going out all the time. You know how hard it was for me to get over wanting to go out all the time? I used to get anxious sitting on a Friday, Saturday night. Man, I used to be at the bar right now. I used to be hitting on chicks. I used to be chilling. I used to be having fun. I used to be life partying. I used to piss people off, you know, sue. And it's just like, yo, get over it. It's just little things, a little knob you gotta keep turning, like, for personal change. Like, you gotta grow and expand and be better and bigger. And, like, your life is not meant to sit at a bar. And, like, I'm working on some stuff so I can actually feel fulfilled and become a counselor to inmates at jails. That's why it's like even more pressure on me, because I want to make something of myself. So when I actually sit there and talk to them about things, about how to live their future, how to stay sober, and it's just like, I got a lot of quirks to work out before I do that. And I have some personal goals to become successful, because I don't want to go in there looking like a fool. Like, man, this is what it comes to if you fix your life. Like, I don't want that. Because I've had people come speak to me, and it's just like, there's been people that had to go to AA meetings every single day for years, every single day, to stay sober. And it's like, it's rewiring of the brain, rewiring how you make actions, rewiring how you do your thing. And, you know, like, you don't got crutches, you act different, your personality's different, you switch things up, your body's gonna react different, your brain's gonna act different. And it's just, it all takes time, it all takes patience. And that's just something I personally am working on, and I don't know anybody else's situation that's watching this right now. And I hope at least a few people view this because they're bored on this gloomy Saturday afternoon, stuck at home. But yeah, you know, I've done a lot of. I used to be a party boy. I never used to do anything hard. Like I used to get called a hype crackhead. It's like, no, just because I drink a lot of caffeine in a day does not mean I'm fucking smoking crack. And it's like, I've had poor health decisions. Like I'll tell you, I smoke K2. Worst thing I ever did for my life. Worst addiction I had. And, there was a point where I could have smoked the real shit. But I still smoke K2. It's an addicting drug. It's synthetic. It's basically, layman's terms, very bad. I'm not even going to compare it to other shit because the other shit's in a different category. This is in a different category. But it's still not good for you. And it fucked up my head a lot. And it's kind of like, I had a crazy spurt. Many people know I've had that crazy spurt. And I've already been crazy since forever. So, that really messed up my mind wiring. And this is why, I'm being patient with things. I'm taking this time. It's like, yo, I want to work on my music. I want it to grow. I'm pretty damn decent at it. Like, the only time I ever get people to talk down to me is when they're old and they don't like the kind of style of music I make and say, hey, it's crap music. Yeah, but you understand, if somebody's good at something they can make money off it, why not? Like, I have so many old people in my life that just hate it. Cool. I don't like your music. Generation gap, maybe? Times change. It's 2021 and not 1950 anymore. Yeah. It's, culture is different. Culture is expanding. And, people in America, they're scared of other countries' cultures. Because things go different. It's how many countries in the world, how many different places, how many different races. Culture is different. I think it's extremely interesting because I like trying new things. And, that's why people shouldn't take blind eyes on being ignorant about changing or trying something new. It never hurts. So, on this note, I've been sitting in the parking lot for almost 20 minutes ranting to you guys. I'm going to try to keep doing this more and more on a daily because, one, it's personal therapy for me. Unfortunately, my therapist passed away. And I've been kind of neglecting getting back into therapy. So we'll talk about that when I get back there on a different video I make. But therapy is good. Mental health is key. You need strong mental health if you want to succeed and deal with things going on in your life properly. And me wanting a mentor, counsel, if I even ever get there, if I might change my mind about doing it one day. But I've always had people rant and bitch to me and complain to me and always have me try to find a solution to their problems. And this is why I kind of have that in the background goal. Even if I don't do it professionally or for volunteer work at a jail, at least maybe I'll keep continuing with these videos or even people in my life that I can help out. But on that note, my friends, sorry if I've ever been an ass to you. I'm not perfect, but you're not perfect either. So at least we're on that same page. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're staying strong. I hope you're staying peaceful. And I hope you're learning and expanding your mind because there's so much in the world to learn. Look at the culture around us. Look at how things are in the world. And, cheers to you, my hooligans. Go out there and start something new and create a hobby. I'm starting to paint clay pots, and I came up with an awesome idea to do it for my aunt. But one thing is, I'm a little scared she might kill the plant, so I gotta find a plant that's hard to kill. Not everybody has a green thumb like me. And I never knew I had a green thumb in the first place. I was never really interested in, even after starting to change my career into this field. And I wasn't even really interested. Now I love it. I see a dying plant and I want to take it home like how people adopt puppies. And I'm getting overwhelmed. This is why spring needs to come by. Obviously, you see I'm pale. I need some UVs. And I'm sick of wearing 2 sweatshirts. Alright. My friends, hooligans, have a peaceful, splendid, and a fun Saturday. Keep leveling up because there's only one way to go. So, alright. Bye, my friends.